Hi guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. So I was late because I was playing around. Wait till you see. Are you ready? I already know some people are going to hate this, but that's okay because I love it. Here we go. I'm wearing a green shirt, green highlighter. Yes, that's not, that's gonna be it all distracting. Don't you worry none. If I just do one eye. Nope, I can't. I have to wink with both eyes. Hey baby. I won't do it again. I won't wear a green shirt again, but oh, I guess because it's shaded down here, I guess. That's why you can see down there because the light's not hitting it. No boobs today, they're gone. I don't even know what we're doing. I'm distracted. By something sparkly. Somebody put something sparkly in front of my face, and now I don't know what's going on. I had a great time at Stream last night. Tokyo. Oh, Tokyo, you're not here yet, but don't worry, I'm gonna wait for you. I got something for you, Tokyo, that everybody's gonna love. I think everybody's gonna love this one right here. Anybody who likes Oakley anyway will love it. But no, wrong button. For now, let's just get started, shall we? We're going to go to the next part of the custody case with the horse. And I promise you, I have no idea which I have no idea which one of these we've already seen. So if you guys know and you catch me playing it, if you want to see it again with a horse, shut up. If you don't, let me know and I'll switch it. I'll just go to the next one. They're all here in a row. I do not think it's this one though. I just don't. Could be. Who knows? I don't know what I'm doing.
099. All right, we're back on record. Thank you to the attorneys for the bench conference. In short, we discussed the case and whether or not we were going to have any more witness testimony. But
I just wish this judge would have at least like one bad hair day every once in a while. You know, would that kill her? Would that kill her to come in with like, you know, really terrible hair? Judge, I don't ask for much. Is Tokyo here? Tokyo, happy birthday. I got something for you. I got something for you that everybody's going to like. And anybody who's late for my stream is going to be upset that they're late for my stream because I got something you're going to like. So, Judge Oakley, all right? Happy birthday, Tokyo. Judge Oakley, he didn't stream today, which I was kind of happy about because if he did, I missed it. And it's fine because if he streamed today and it was something good, all the other channels would be playing it. And that wouldn't be a special birthday gift for Tokyo at all, would it? No, it wouldn't. So I found his very first video. I found Judge Oakley's very first video and I hated it. I hated all of it. So then I went to Judge Oakley's very second video. And for you, Tokyo, I am showing you Judge Oakley's second video because I promise you, you wouldn't like the first one. It was really, really boring. And that's how court is sometimes. But this one was okay. And it's exciting because it's his second video. When it was like, it was 4 years ago. This is from 4 years ago when he was still a pup. And COVID was hitting and no one knew how to do Zoom. And they did a good job. They really, really did a good job. So listen, Catherine or Kathy, we'll be back with you in a bit. You just look straight at me like that while I play this other video. I have to find it. I just had it a second ago. Downloads. Tokyo. I called it Tokyo because this is for Tokyo. Everybody else, close your eyes. You don't get to see Judge Oakley's second video. It's not your birthday.
You were awesome. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You're
Bye-bye.
welcome. I'm sorry, Leanne, which one you ready on?
Oh, no worries, Judge. I'm ready on Miss Archer, and she's on my phone.
Yeah, I gotta find her again. There
Okay,
we go.
sorry.
No, that's all right. I stuck her where I could find her and then I couldn't find her.
If you remember these days, there weren't really, this was 2020, there weren't really a lot of court channels. Mike was like, I guess, just getting started, and he was doing what, like Better Call Saul. Now, Rebecca, I know that you were watching court channels, but they didn't have these judges on the court channels. So he's doing this thinking that nobody in the world is ever going to see this. Like, he had no idea that court channels would be a thing.
Miss Archer, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Bonjour.
She's a little upset, Judge.
Okay. Miss Archer, try to calm down. Miss Belcher has been down this road many times. She's gonna take good care of you.
First off, never ever tell a woman just try to calm down, okay, Judge? You know better than this. Do you think his try to calm down worked at all?
All right, so I've got two files from February 20. Drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied, and operating while intoxicated. The prosecutor has made the offer of impaired and dismissed counts 1 and 2.
That is correct, Judge. The only thing that I would ask, and I know Josh isn't on, that we do a no contest plea. These files are really old, and I don't know that we'll be able to get Ms. Archer through a factual basis.
Yeah, and I can't imagine why Josh would object, especially if there's some legitimate menu issues.
Yes.
Memory issues. All right, so all right, let's do this. Miss Archer, you've discussed your rights with Miss Belcher, correct?
You say what now, sir?
We discussed your rights. You could have gone to trial. Remember, we talked about you could enter into a plea, all of the different options you had with the case and the different ways we could have taken it.
Yes, yes.
Okay, ma'am, and I'm not trying to be cold-hearted, but you've got to calm down enough so I can at least understand you when you speak.
Okay,
So,
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. I understand this can be emotional. Just take a couple really deep breaths so you can just kind of calm yourself down enough so we can talk to you.
Tokyo, can I tell a story real quick? Really quick. I promise. So, I was at work on one day. I can't remember. It was just a couple days ago. And there was this playlist on, and they kept playing the same 3 songs over and over and over again. And I was working a double, and it was driving me crazy. And one of them was everybody at the bar getting tipsy. So I go up to table 4, and it's playing, and I says, everybody at the bar getting tipsy. I said, and I said, I'm working on my Australian accent, guys. How was it? And none of them knew. Not one of them knew that wasn't Australian. They were like, oh yeah, that's really good. I said, oh yeah, that's really good. I'm like, what do you mean that's really good? That's not even close to Australian. But I thought it was hilarious. I'm sorry. All right, let's go.
Okay.
You sure? You all right?
I'm sorry. I'm just nervous because I'm scared. I'm scared.
Okay. Well, let me try to help you. Miss Archer, I am not putting you in jail. All right, you're not going to jail. Don't worry about that. All you got to do is listen to Miss Belcher and do what I tell you to do when I sentence you. And 10 years from now, this is just going to be a bad memory. You're going to be okay.
Or you'll be a YouTube star.
All right, I promise you, I'm not putting you in jail today. Okay? 3 deep breaths.
Okay, yes.
I'm not hearing them. 3 deep breaths. 1, 2. Okay, thank you. All right, so the added charge does carry a possible penalty. Possible. I have to tell you what's possible, even though I'm not planning on using it. Possible penalty of up to 93 days in jail. Also fines and costs, fines up to $300 plus court costs. You understand all that after speaking to Ms. Belcher, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And understanding the rights that you've discussed with Ms. Belcher, the options those rights give you, and the possible penalty to the added charge of impaired driving, are you pleading no contest to that charge today, freely and voluntarily?
I don't understand.
Ms. Archer, what the judge is asking is, given everything he just said, the possible penalties and everything he explained to you about your rights, is it your decision to plead no contest to operating while visibly impaired? Nobody's forcing you or threatening you to do so. It's your choice.
Okay.
Is that true?
Okay.
Is it your choice?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. All right, so my only concern, Ms. Belcher, is from the appearance ticket, I can get almost everything I need as a factual basis. The only thing I don't have on the ticket is something about blood alcohol.
And I can pull that from the report, Your Honor.
Thank you. If you can stipulate that that was 0.08 or more, then I think we have a successful no contest plea.
Your Honor, I can stipulate. I just looked at it this morning with Ms. Archer. I want to say it was a 0.14, but I can give you the exact number. I'm pulling the report right now if you need the exact number.
Well, as long as you're satisfied that it was 0.08 or greater, I think we're satisfied.
I can stipulate to that. It was, Your Honor.
Okay. Awesome. And Ms. Archer, I've got your address on Willow. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And I've got a phone number, 772-3383.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes,
All right.
yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
You're all right. Does Ms. Archer have an email address?
She does, Your Honor. And I can send that over to Paula or I can give it to you verbally.
Go ahead, give it to me.
It's her first and last name, 073@gmail.com.
All right, Ms. Archer, I have accepted your plea to the added charge. I've dismissed both of the original charges that were issued to you back in February of 2014. I'm going to give this file to my probation department. They're going to reach out to you probably by email, but it might be a phone call. They're going to reach out to you and they're going to schedule with you to interview you. Based on that interview, they're going to put together a report and recommendation for sentencing. I'm going to have a chance to look at that. You and Ms. Belcher are going to have a chance to talk about that. And then the three of us will get together again for a sentencing. And at that point, I'll let you know what the penalties are for this charge. Once again, there is absolutely no reason in the world for you to think that jail is going to be a problem for you. The only way you're ever going to go to jail on this file is if I sentence you to pay fines and costs, maybe go to some classes, and you just say, the hell with what the judge says, I'm going to do things my own way. And I suspect you're not that person.
Oh, no, Your Honor.
Okay. All right.
Your Honor, is there any way, I'm sorry to interrupt you, is there any way you can ask probation to not email her? There's a bit of an issue with her looking at things on her phone.
You know, I'm just going to call up Judge Stansberry and tell him you said that. You know that, right? I'm going to call him up. He'll answer.
It's a little outdated.
Okay.
And her connection issues are kind of bad. So phone would probably be best.
That's all right. I'm just going to put a note in the file that says email not reliable.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. Good luck, Miss Archer.
All right, Miss Archer, you're all set. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Judge, I still have James Wagenka in the waiting room.
Kelly, don't be mad. I stopped the video to tell a story. So that means people leave. They just get out of here. That's why the numbers are off. Because I stopped the video to tell a story. It was a quick story, but it doesn't matter. When I stop the video, my numbers go. Oh yeah. It's if you do it at the beginning, you weed out the weak people. Yeah, Mimi, we'll see what happens later today in Judge Fleischer's courtroom. Oh, it's fixed now? Okay. Was it just in Judge Fleischer's courtroom, or did you notice it anywhere else? Tokyo, happy birthday. You just saw a clip from Judge Oakley that I'm sure no one else has seen, even though it's there, because they would have had to go back 4 years to find it, which I did. But it's okay because, yeah, I was a little frustrated earlier today, so the scrolling was, I don't know, cathartic, whatever. It made me feel better. Mad scrolling through Judge Oakley. And I was swearing and stuff. So you got your marinara sandwich. You got your Judge Oakley. What more do you want? I just tried to make my lips green during that and cathartic. Thank you. It was right there. Getting old sucks. I used to know all kinds of words. Oh, Tokyo. We love Tokyo so much. I just tried to make my lips green during that. It did not work. It just made my lips green. It wasn't see-through. Stupid green screen. I have to stop. I have to pay attention to what we're doing. We're going back to the hot judge. Hey, judge. Look, she's still looking at me. Hi. Winks with both eyes. All right, all right. I'm shutting up. Here we go.
I look forward to any additional comments about our sidebar. Ms. Thomas?
No, Your Honor, I believe that that's accurate.
Gentlemen?
No. I think one of the inquiry about additional witnesses is, are there any witnesses who could testify about domestic violence in the home or not in the home? And I do have a witness in my client's sister, Lori Walker, Your Honor, who would be able to shed light on the question the court had asked.
Okay. Ms. Underwood, any comments on the discussion?
No comments on the discussion, Your Honor, but as to the potential witness, again, that witness was not provided in any type of exhibit or witness list. So I would just defer to Your Honor on that point.
Yes, and specifically, I had asked about, frankly, the people that were living in the home with the parents. And I believe I recall that that was a person in that capacity, but I'm open to listening to whatever presentation for witnesses that we need to hear. One of the other things we talked about as well, frankly, is the time frame that we have. So clearly it's 4:15 right now. We're 15 minutes away from the doors closing and our security guards starting to look for us, frankly, to vacate the building. So my next available date and time for additional testimony would be Friday the 13th. I have an hour at 10. It looks like Mr. McFarland, you were supposed to be out.
How can we help? I will do whatever it takes, but there's nothing. I can't think of any way I can help other than continue to watch, continue to give her views. Right? How can we help, Kelly? Speak, use words. I can't think of anything other than watch her stream. Watch her stream. She is awesome, isn't she? Listen, this video is only 11 minutes long. I didn't know that. So I'm going to grab the next one too as soon as it's over. Talk and chat of how we can help Vicky, and I'll put it up on screen.
Out. Did you tell me you're not?
I am not out, Your Honor, this week.
That's right. Okay, so you would be available potentially Friday morning?
Your Honor, I may have a conference at 10:45.
Okay.
And sub, guys. Subscribe. It's the easiest thing to do and the thing that's the most helpful. Subscribe to her channel.
But I'm just can't confirm. I'm trying to confirm it at this moment.
You don't have to buy
But I
membership,
may have
though you
to-
could.
If I'm zooming in, I would have to be done by 10:30.
All right, we could start at 9 or even 8:30 if we need to.
I'm happy to start it at 8:30 just to be safe,
That's
or
fine.
sorry, 9 o'clock to be safe.
The date?
Friday the 13th. This Friday.
I'm available.
I have seriously huge doubts that they said that, because they don't really give you a reason why. They just give you the name of the policy, the reuse policy. They probably told her nothing, just like they told me, just like they told Bill, nothing to go on.
All right, 8:30 or 9 o'clock. Mr. Brooks, would you like to express your preference?
10 o'clock.
Well, I don't want to have to look for more time in the future. So why don't we at least start at 9 on Friday? And that'll give us 2 hours to get through whatever we can get through. I will say I have Monday morning as well at 8:30. So if we need to, we can grab that time frame.
Stop her, stop her.
Okay, so between now and when we come back on Friday. Any comments? And then we need to.
Would be nice if my client could see his daughter.
I am happy to address that. I have reviewed the document that the court ordered to be produced by a counselor for the child who has met with both parents. Would you like to address argument on that this afternoon, Ms. Thomas?
No, it's not supposed to happen on my channel. Casey, Carrie, can't chat, guys. So we'll pretend that she's here. Uh-huh. I know, Casey. Oh my God. You too? I put peanut butter on mine too, Casey. Oh my gosh. How long ago was that? 18 years ago, maybe? Yep. Me too. You're here, Carrie. You're here.
Your Honor, I believe that Ms. Moore's recommendation speaks for itself, and I'll rely on that. I know that this court has reviewed it. I know that mom was unable to be seen with the child.
We have summoned Vicky here. The one, the only. Vicky, I'm so sorry. I've been where you are. I have been where you are. So we're just going to keep watching, liking, subscribing, commenting. That's all we can do for you right now. I waited 90 days and I deleted everything off my channel. Everything, not everything, but almost every single video that I had up, I deleted. Or you can actually just put it on a different account. You can do that if you don't want to delete it like I did. So yeah, and then I kept going. I kept making new stuff, and the new stuff that I was making, I just pause the video and talk a lot, and then my subscribers went down into the toilet. But that's okay, because these are the subscribers that we want. So yeah, I just paused and talked a bit. 90 days. You just have to wait it out. Build up your subs and everything until the 90 days is open. It'll be okay. You just have to wait. Oh, okay, you're right. Okay. If you think your videos have not gone against their reuse policy and you just want to appeal it right now, you can't delete anything. If you delete even one video, they won't let you appeal now. If you think, well, maybe they're right and I should fix it, then you just wait the 90 days and take that time and swear and do whatever you want because you're not monetized. And it's freeing and it feels good. And then you can delete all those videos and then reapply. Oh my gosh, you have no idea. They are so mad when I talk. You mad, bro? That was to one person. They know who they are. Yeah, I thought they were wrong about me too. I didn't think I was doing anything wrong. I really didn't think I was doing anything wrong. Bill didn't think he was doing anything wrong. So you just have to, you just have to wait. Yes, I like it too. And can I give you one more piece of advice, which I really should not be saying on my stream, but I don't really care. You have to just wait it out and take off any videos that you feel are not, there's not enough talking or whatever in it. And then don't listen to any other YouTuber who is trying to give you advice. There, I'll leave it at that. Okay. I'm saying no. It could be. I don't know. I don't work at YouTube. All as I know is I didn't have any shorts. If I did, there was just a few of them. I didn't. Oh, I had lives and videos. So maybe it's because of shorts. Maybe yours is because of shorts. I don't know. So yeah, they took everything you've earned up until the day that you were demonetized. They took it all from the day that they paid you until the day that you're demonetized. All that you earned in between there, you're not going to get. Although I think Bill did or was going to or something. I don't know. That was interesting. And then you have to wait the 90 days and then you reapply and then you have to wait until they say yes. And then you have to wait until like all that time passes till it's time to be paid out again. So it took me about 5 months, 5.5 months. Yeah. Okay, mate. I thought he was going to get that, but he didn't. Hi, I haunt you. Hey, I haunt you. Do you want to talk to us today? You want to say anything? Because we want you to. Okay, I want you to. Casey Carey, if you want I Hunt You to say something to you, do not type anything right now. See, I Hunt You. Casey Carey wants you to say something to her. Vicky, you'll just have to wait. It'll be okay. It really will. Time will go by. Everything is the same. You're just not getting paid. I know. I know it sucks, but it really, really, really it'll be okay. I understand. I know. I know. I know. Hey! Yes! Oh! Who knew I was gonna do that tonight? Yes. Thank you. I had you.
But we would adopt the recommendations of Ms. Moore at this time.
Mr. Brooks, any further comments?
The report didn't say anything.
Okay, Mr. McFarland?
There's no real allegation of my client having any type of unsafe behavior towards the child. We were asking for parenting time. Court is hesitant to even supervise as long as he gets some parenting.
Ms. Underwood?
Your Honor, I'm not opposed, I guess, at this point to supervised time. However, as I stated before, the minor child is on vacation with the placement. So she will not be available this week.
You can see it. She just can't talk back. I'll answer for you, Mimi. Don't worry. I'll talk for you. I
That's
have
correct.
a lot of words.
I do recall signing that. Let's see if I've got the dates in here. 9/8 through 9/14. This one, however, what I could say is that the
Okay. Why would someone report you? Why would someone report me? I don't know. I can't see why anybody would take time out of their day to report me. I didn't do anything wrong. So I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I mean, I understand other people's opinions on reporting, but I can't see people going out of their way to report me because I didn't do anything wrong. No, there's a glitch with YouTube. Sometimes all of a sudden you can't chat. People can't chat. And what I think Mimi said earlier was it says that they've been banned from this channel. We didn't ban anybody. Well, maybe Micah banned somebody. I don't know. But we didn't ban anybody from this channel. We're fine. It's just a YouTube thing. You're just gonna have to wait till they fix it. I don't know. I don't know, Tokyo. I don't know. I can't imagine that's true. I don't know why they would bother. Okay. I understand why some of you feel that somebody might. I understand that. I just don't think so. No, we can't see Mimi either, but they're still here. Casey Carey just said a hilarious joke, but you guys missed it. I know. 90 days is the longest 90 days in the world. Mimi. Oh, the plot thickens. Huh. Hold on. I want to see something. I mean, oh, that's her other account. Well, it's her other account. That'll do, donkey. Mimi, get on your other account if you have one. If not, just take one of Fozzie's. He has a whole bunch.
Department is directed to do the FTM and perhaps 2 separate FTMs, one with each parent, if you find that that's appropriate, given the allegations of these dynamics. You can also order mediation if you think that would be of assistance. But I do agree with our guardian ad litem that supervised parenting time would be appropriate for the parents under the circumstances. If the idea is to succeed in identifying the issues in this family and work on reunification, then the bond between the parent and children is obviously paramount. One of the questions that I would also look for the attorneys to help answer is whether or not that parenting time should be together or separately, because obviously the parents have testified that they are now together as a unit, but I know that their dynamics are in question. Let's put it that way. So I would be inclined to order separate visitations for them as a result of that. And then, of course, after the 14th, you'll have to figure out how to implement that. But what are your thoughts on that, Ms. Thomas?
But Your Honor, that would not be Ms. Kelly. That would be our foster care worker, who is Ms. De La Garza. I can definitely make the request that there be a family meeting about a safety plan for supervised parenting time. It's my understanding that the parents are still non-cooperative, and I've also been asked by the foster care agency to request this court order that the department or the agency be permitted to sign on behalf of the child for any services that are needed, whether that's mental health, medical, or anything of the like, given the lack of cooperation from the parents.
So we've been another issue there. Mr. Brooks, any comments?
No, Your Honor, there's no comments. Just like this is something that doesn't feel like it's ever gonna end.
Mr. McFarland?
I haven't heard any testimony that since this case has been opened, that my client has refused anything that's requested. So until we hear something, I think we should still consult. I can only speak for my client, but my client.
Well, for example, Mr. McFarland, your client didn't show up to do the evaluation with Renee Moore despite making an appointment.
You're right, you're right.
So we haven't established that there's a risk of harm, but that may simply be because we haven't seen her parenting in action, frankly. I think professionally supervised parenting time is the best way to begin looking at that issue, to begin sometime after the family has returned and after a plan has been put in place for that. And as parents should be offered the opportunity to participate in a family team meeting, but if they decline, please simply arrange the professional for once weekly parenting time for each parent until we are able to look at the case again more closely.
Your Honor, I was answering the question about signing for medical. That's what I was responding to.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Underwood? Anything else?
No, Your Honor, I would agree that separate parenting time would be appropriate. And then again, if the parents, I believe one parent testified that they were going to be getting into some type of relationship counseling, and if that,
Dude, that's valid. That's a valid statement. When I'm in a bad mood, I don't want people to try to I don't want people to try to ruin it. Let me have my bad mood.
or to be the case that the parties or that the parents were to provide proof of such for the benefit of the child.
Thank you. Part of the reason I am only asking the department to organize once weekly parenting time supervised by a professional is because obviously that's going to be taking up resources. And we have many families that need those resources. And I do have reservations based on Ms. Erica Walker's failure to cooperate with Renee Moore, making those appointments and not showing. I have no interest in asking the family that is taking care of Melanie to set up an opportunity for parenting time and then not have that utilized. So I'll give the parents an opportunity to demonstrate parenting skills and to appear at parenting time. But we'll see you both back again, frankly, before the child is even available. So we'll see you Friday.
Thank you.
I'll issue an order to that effect in the meantime. Any other questions or issues? All prior orders, with the exception of those modifications, will remain in full force and effect.
Is that 9 o'clock, Your Honor, this Friday?
Yes.
Your Honor, may I just request that if anyone intends to call any other additional witnesses or have exhibits
What about
that be provided to parties
Mickey?
by the end of the workday tomorrow?
Yes, I think that's appropriate.
All right, I guess is that not sufficiently placing on the record
You
right
see,
now for
they're
tomorrow, the one witness?
You and she.
Your Honor, the rules for the witness and exhibit list would also include the contact information of such individual to permit the other parties to contact them and attempt to prepare for trial moving forward.
She'll share that right now in 2 minutes, Your Honor, which will avoid waiting another day.
Your Honor, I prefer this in written form,
I can
as
write it.
we've exchanged and filed witness and exhibit lists, and we expect the same courtesy in return.
I'll have her write her name down and I'll give it to them before we leave.
Mr. McFarland, we did have an order for witnesses and exhibits that were supposed to be filed.
I agree, Your Honor, but it wasn't until the court was inquiring in our last breakout that I then asked that question.
Did you guys see that? I don't know if you were, because look, I don't think any of you saw that because nobody said anything. Watch this guy get upset.
If anyone intends to call any other additional witnesses or have exhibits that be provided to parties by the end of the workday tomorrow.
Yes, I think that's appropriate.
All right, I guess is that not sufficiently placing on the record
You
right
see,
now
they're
for tomorrow, the one witness?
You and she.
Your Honor, the rules for the witness and exhibit list would also include the contact information of such individual to permit the other parties to contact them and attempt to prepare for trial moving forward.
She'll share that right now in 2 minutes, Your Honor, which will avoid waiting another day.
Your Honor, I prefer this in written form,
I can
as
write it.
we've exchanged and filed witness and exhibit lists, and we expect the same courtesy in return.
I'll have her write her name down and I'll give it to them before we leave.
Mr. McFarland, we did have an order for witnesses and exhibits that were supposed to be filed.
I agree, Your Honor, but it wasn't until the court was inquiring in our last breakout that I then asked that question as asked by the court and came up with a witness.
Mr. McFarland, I don't think it's a far stretch of the imagination that during an adjudication trial, I would want to hear from witnesses that have seen the parents parenting. So I can't imagine that this is a surprise question to you. So I will ask you to produce the witness in writing to Ms. Thomas in the proper format by tomorrow.
Other than rebuttal witnesses, may I assume the prosecution's case is closed?
No, Your Honor, I would still need to call Ms. Kelly.
Call
The investigator. Anything from you, Ms. Underwood?
No, I have no potential witnesses.
Anything else before I close the record?
Thank you.
gonna go to so that one was 11 minutes long. This is what we just saw. This is a different case. So this is the one we go to. It's this one we saw. No, it's probably this one. Probably. Ah, well, we'll find out. You guys will tell me.
Time we
Yeah, we didn't see this one yet.
Good morning, Your Honor. Nicole Underwood, legal guardian at the minor child.
Ms. Saja Thomas, counsel for the department. Ms. Kelly?
Brittany Kelly for the department.
Michael Brooks, I represent the father, Harold Hollis. Harold?
Oh, yeah.
I said it'll be
Michael
okay.
McFarland representing the mother. Please introduce yourself.
It will be okay.
Did the court hear that?
Nope.
Aaron, go up here.
Thank you. All right, it looks like Ms. Walker was on the stand at the last juncture. Did anyone have any further questions for her before we move on to our next witness?
I did not.
No, Your Honor.
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Ms. Thomas.
Gang
your
reported.
next witness.
May I
Yeah.
inquire if Ms. Brittany Moore is online? Your Honor, at this time, I would ask the court to allow for the LGL to call her so she can return to work.
Any objections? Gentlemen, any objections?
No.
No.
Very well. All right, Ms. Underwood. You can take the helm there. You might want to, yeah, I was gonna say, go ahead and use the podium.
Like you're sworn in, Your Honor?
Hmm?
You like you're sworn in?
Yes, but I don't know, Ms. Underwood, do you want the podium moved to point towards the camera? That would be to
Well,
your
I guess
right.
we'll find out.
As you can see, you're kind of sideways. It doesn't matter to me. But we couldn't
You
move that
can't
podium
even
so
see
you're
my
facing
outfit.
away.
Either way is fine.
Okay. Yes, please swear in Ms. Brittany Moore.
Please raise your right hand. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Good morning, Ms. Moore. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you please state your full name for the record?
Renee Moore.
I think we did see this one because there she is and there's the horse. Should I go to the next one? Or is she 2 videos long? I don't know what to do right now. I'm just gonna press play and you guys can just tell me what to do.
And Ms. Moore, where is it that you work?
More counseling services, as well as Reading School District.
Okay, and what is your job title?
Therapist, licensed master's in social work.
And how long have you been a therapist for?
18, 19 years.
Write it in
And
binary.
how do you know the Hollis Walker family?
Okay, guys, we did see this one. So we're gonna pop to the next one. Which was, oh boy, they. Oops. This is the one that we just tried. So it's this one right here. Which, oh, it looks like I've already watched it because I was trying to find that damn pony. So I watched a whole bunch of these.
Yeah, I'm not available.
I'll just remind you to remain under oath. Ms. Thomas, whenever you're.
It's okay. You weren't paying attention anyway.
Ms. Kelly, I believe that I just questioned you on the police report that you had received and reviewed as part of the second investigation. Other than that report itself, were there any other pieces of information that you reviewed or individuals you spoke with to investigate the concerns in that second complaint?
No, just based off the information from the first one I had gathered, I felt like I already had a lot of information regarding the concerns.
And you stated that filing the petition, I believe, I'm trying to recall from your prior testimony, that the ongoing services had not been started yet, the family was still non-cooperative, and then there was this police report. Is that accurate? Okay. In order to file this petition, there has to be like concern for the child's imminent safety.
Correct.
What were your concerns?
My concerns were that I had received another investigation stating that there was ongoing domestic violence still in the house.
1 month ago.
Your Honor, at this time, I would ask to move, sorry, Your Honor, ask the court to accept the CPS investigation reports that were drafted by Ms. Kelly.
Have they been circulated to your fellow attorneys?
Yes, Your Honor.
Gentlemen?
Asking for the caseworker's report to be submitted.
Yes.
No objection.
No objection except to any hearsay references, and I'm sure the court can pull out.
Thank you, and I will disregard any hearsay, or if there is anything in there, I will assume that it is not for the truth of the matter asserted. I would rather to demonstrate whether or not Ms. Brittany needed to do something based on what she read.
Exactly. It was on
Ms.
purpose.
Thomas,
It's a
is that
prequel.
copy for me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Deputy Ames, would you like to present to the bench? This will be exhibit A. That's an app. Thank you so much. It is received. Oh, I think I have two packets. I think
No,
I will-
Your Honor, those are the two reports. There's one for the first complaint and the second.
Is that clear to you, gentlemen? There were two.
Yes.
It is.
Ms. Unwin? Yes. Thank you. I appreciate the clarification. So we'll call them A and B.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Kelly, from your personal experience with the parents, do you have any reason to believe that the child would be in harm's way?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last part of your question.
I asked Ms. Kelly from her personal
Right now.
experience with the family, if she had reason to believe that the child would be in harm's way, and let me clarify, with it in the parents' care and custody.
I'm going to object on the ground require speculation.
Repeat the question.
I asked Ms. Kelly, based on her personal experiences with the family, if she believes that the child would be in harm's way in their care and custody.
Ms. McFarland, do you have any objections?
Support Mr. Brooks, plus I don't think she. Yeah, I support Mr. Brooks' position.
Ms. Underwood?
Kelly, you brought up a good point. I am begging you all. I am begging you. I understand how tomorrow is going to be emotionally, no matter what, for everybody. I understand. And there are a million places that you can talk about it. But we're going to create fast enemies if it comes into the Court Vibes chat, the Court Vibes Discord. Listen, we love each other. We really do love each other. But as soon as that comes in, it's just going to poison everything. So I know that tomorrow is going to be emotionally charged for all of us. I bet even the people who aren't in America. But let's please try to not discuss it in Court Vibes. This is a safe spot. This is a spot where you can just relax and get away from all that crap. There's plenty of places where you can go and shout your brains out about it. I do it all the time. And I mean, the internet is full of places that want to hear your voice, that want to hear your opinion. But not here. We don't want to hear your opinion. We want to hear what you're going to put peanut butter on. That's what we want to hear. That's all we want to hear. Please, I'm begging you. I will just delete. I really will. Nope. Nope, nope, I'm not reading that. I'm deleting it, deleting it, deleting it. What are you doing? Our election is tomorrow, CJ. In case no one knew. Okay, how about this? We can get a little political. Go vote. Everybody go vote. Even if you're not American, go vote. Vote twice, vote 3 times. I heard that, never mind. Just go vote and then go talk about it to everybody else, especially the family members you hate because they love that, but not here because we love you. And we don't want to be poisoned by that.
Leave it calls for speculation as it's based on our experience with the family.
And maybe we need to hear what the experience is.
Ms. Kelly, were there any other interactions other than the ones you've already described that would have helped you form the conclusion to the question you're being asked?
Beautiful weather.
If you're asking me about
Thank you.
my
Liz.
interactions with the family, if there was concerning behaviors, yes.
Me too. Crunchy.
So were there other, because you've talked a lot about your interactions with the parents so far. Are there other instances that you haven't talked about that would help support your conclusion?
I haven't personally talked about them. They were brought up earlier in other testimony though. The phone call with Mr. Hollis and the face-to-face visit I had with him, letting him, or he told me that we would have to kill him and get through his dogs to find his daughter. And then the phone call with him, he said that he took Melanie away and we would never be able to find her, which is concerning. I didn't know where she was. We had already had a court order, and I didn't know exactly what he meant by that.
Does it matter if you personally have risk, concern about the risk when you were in the capacity of performing your obligations as an investigator? Or is it a more objective criteria that you then have to apply to a situation?
More objective.
So can you give me a couple examples?
I have never in my life heard a more true statement ever, ever. Maiko, Fozzie is anti-delicious. I just think Fozzie is anti-delicious. Deliciousness.
Things of that. What are the criteria that you have to use from a professional basis that helps you determine whether or not there's a risk of harm to the child? Are there certain things that you're asked to look for during the course of your investigation?
If there are issues in the home that would arise to the concern of her well-being, which is a multitude of things. I guess I don't know what you're asking specifically.
That's okay. Well, Ms. Thomas is asking if you personally think there's a risk of harm. And I think that the objection is speculation, which I don't think it, I think I would have to overrule the objection on the grounds of speculation. But I'm more interested in professional reasons that you have concern rather than your personal ones.
I think that showing up as a professional and trying to speak to parents about the concerns that are being raised in their home, I think their interaction with me says a lot. I think all the documentation that we received throughout investigation says a lot. I don't have any personal opinions, just, my personal experience as a professional going to their home, I formed opinions on, but not my own personal beliefs or anything like that.
All right, thank you for clarifying. So I'm going to overrule the objection on the grounds of speculation for the reasons I've already shared during my dialogue with the worker. And she's also answered the question in the course of that. So.
Yes. And I have no further questions on this, Kelly. Thank you, Honor.
Cross-examination, Mr. McFarland.
In many of your investigations, you're familiar that many people are of the opinion that Child Protective Services, CPS, is there to take our child. You've heard that expressed, correct?
Yes.
And if that's were the case in this matter, parents might be reluctant to talk to a CPS worker, correct?
Correct.
As a matter of fact, there's no order compelling them to testify, correct? There's no court order saying that they have to talk to you when you were out there trying to talk, correct?
Correct.
And matter of fact, you are a mandated reporter through the state of Michigan for child abuse, correct?
Correct.
And there's an allegation here of domestic violence, correct?
Correct.
And if during the course of your discussions with either father or mother, they revealed something such as they actually did have commit child abuse, you would have to report that, correct? As a mandated reporter.
I think while I'm actively investigating it, I would address it as the investigator in the
Sure.
case.
Okay, okay. Might even pass that information on to law enforcement, correct?
If there's allegations of child abuse, yes, there's policy that says law enforcement is involved.
And you would agree that they have a constitutional right against self-incrimination, which means they can remain silent, correct?
I believe so. I don't know the law that well.
Oh. So it sounds as though, correct me if I'm wrong, but the principal reason why we're here is because parents didn't wish to cooperate, at least my client didn't wish to cooperate or talk to you. Is that correct?
Correct.
Which may be her right to do, but then your right is to go ahead and file what you've done, correct?
Correct.
Okay. You've heard my client testify, and that she read text onto the record that she requested that she confer with an attorney before
Some too.
discussing the matter with you, correct?
Correct.
Is it true that your response was what we're discussing?
So if you have a job, no, they don't give you time off to go vote. But if you have a career, yes, they will give you time. So like if you're a server or you work at McDonald's or you tend bar, no, you don't really get time off to go vote because there's no one to cover you. But if you're like an accountant or a teacher or an air control tower reservationist coordinator, then you get time off to go vote.
Discussing would not need an attorney, correct?
Correct.
You go to law school?
No.
Think you really give legal advice that you don't need to have an attorney?
I was simply stating that an attorney was not needed for me to speak with her in my capacity to do my job.
Well, even though what they might say might incriminate them, correct?
And I'm gonna object. Miss Kelly has already stated that she's not a legal professional. Furthermore, I also think that Mr. McFarland's application, or I think he's trying to make an argument about constitutional rights, does not expand to CPS investigations. It's relating to self-incrimination in any court proceeding. I don't believe that.
No, I didn't. I left. I didn't get time off. The owners didn't know. They wouldn't have let me go. I told Jessica, the other server, I was going to the post office real quick, and we waited until the boss went to the back, and then I left. The people, my customers, were still sitting at their tables.
A CPS investigation is a court proceeding.
Not correct, Your Honor. It's practicing law without a license, giving legal advice without being an attorney. But I have no further questions.
Mr. Brooks, any cross-examination?
Please. Ma'am, to your knowledge,
Hold on, Mr. Brooks. I want to focus on you when you talk, so I have to answer this first. Yeah, you're going to have to get a Patreon. But then some people won't like Patreon. So then you're going to have to get a PayPal. But then some people won't like that either. So you're going to have to get, I thought I got one more thing. I don't know, Cash App. I don't know. But then they're going to want to send you something. So you got to get a P.O. box. Then you got to get a camera. And yeah, but it doesn't matter because nobody will be happy about which app you get. You just have to get them all. Then you have to make merch. And then you have to make more videos. And then shorts.
is Melanie a special needs child?
I'm unaware if that's true or not.
You're not saying yes, you're not saying no.
Correct.
Thank you. Do you know if she's been diagnosed as failure to thrive?
No.
All right. No, she's not a failure to thrive child, or You just don't know.
I don't have the information.
To your knowledge, has she been diagnosed as having suffered any physical injuries that are suspicious?
There were allegations that she was involved in these incidents, but I don't have any, I didn't see any injuries on her the one time I saw her briefly.
Does she appear to you to be a normal, healthy child from what you've seen?
I don't think I can make that determination based on the time I spent with her.
Do you see any red flags? You go, uh-oh.
She was running around on the porch. She wasn't verbal, but I don't know if that was because I was a stranger or there could be a lot of different factors as to why she wasn't talking to me. But she was physically active, that's a good sign in her age.
She's 2 years old, right?
Yep, I think she's both 3 in December.
I have no further questions.
Ms. Underwood? The one time you saw Melanie running around, or I'm sorry, the minor child running around, excuse me. Were Mr. Hollis and Miss Walker together?
Yes.
And that was the time which a PPO was in effect?
The PPO had not been served. I believe it was served later that exact same day that I was there. I was there in the morning hours and it was served in the afternoon, but it had been signed by the judge prior to that.
Okay. And so Miss Walker had, to your knowledge, left the home and then returned to the home?
Yes.
Nope.
Your job as an investigator is to try to provide parents with tools and services to avoid removing the child from the home. Is that correct?
Correct.
Maybe. I don't remember which EIN I used. I don't remember.
And you feel like, is it true that you felt like this petition needed to be filed because there had been very little cooperation from the parties?
Correct.
Was it the totality of your investigation from the police reports to the PPO to the lack of cooperation that made you make the determination to file the petition ultimately?
Yes.
After Miss Walker indicated she wanted to speak with an attorney before contacting you back, did you ever hear from her again?
I believe it was the same day we had the conversation that we were texting and we were trying to schedule a meeting. I had texted her and told her I could meet anytime before 2. I was actually off of work that day. And I was texting her throughout the day, still trying to get her to meet with me. And I told her anytime before 2 I could make happen. And I believe she texted me after 3 o'clock that day to see if I could meet with her, which I was not on my phone anymore. I was dealing with stuff in my personal life.
Okay. At one point, your investigation, Harold had indicated that Erica was smoking dope. Is that correct?
Correct.
And that was a concern, that another additional concern you had?
Yes.
I don't have any further questions. Thank you. Redirect? No, Your Honor. Any recross?
No, yes, based upon the GAO's line of question.
Go ahead.
If I heard you correctly, it was not because you could substantiate neglect or abuse, but because of the lack of cooperation of the parents is why this petition was filed. Is that correct?
That is what it
I
sounded
object,
like.
Your Honor, that mischaracterizes the question I'd asked and the testimony presented.
Isn't that like what she said, though?
I don't think it does. Question was, the parents were not cooperating. So I'm just trying to get some clarification on that.
What did you say the question was?
Sure. Is it true that you were not able to substantiate abuse and neglect, but it was because the parents were not cooperating with you that you filed the petition?
I objected because it mischaracterizes the testimony. The testimony was that it was the totality of the circumstances.
Well, I'm asking the client to testify. That's not what I heard, so I'm just asking for clarification from him.
Are you using substantiate in the technical way that would be applicable in an investigation?
Let me rephrase, Your Honor.
Okay.
Was this case filed? I think you testified that this case was filed because the parents did not cooperate. Is that true?
And more allegations were received regarding the same concerns.
The allegations were received, but you weren't able to prove the substance of these allegations. Would that be true?
Due to lack of cooperation, yes.
That's exactly what I need to know. Nothing further.
They were always a
Anyone
dime
else
when
have
I
follow-up
used them in New
questions?
Jersey, a
No.
dime. I'm not that
Right.
old.
No judging.
Thank you for your testimony. May I return your seat. Any other witnesses, Ms. Thomas?
There's Ms. Francesca Madrid on Zoom.
Yes.
I don't know if this is appropriate in a sidebar. Part of the issue that I have is that we were able to finally get the child's trauma and bonding assessment report, but the clinician who provided it to us is not available to testify today. And we just got it, and then Wednesday when I circulated it to the other attorneys, or might have been yesterday, what the agency did. So I was going to ask Ms. Madrid to provide testimony on parenting time, but she is not the individual who drafted the report.
So as it relates to the records received from Renee Moore and this proposed exhibit, to me, those are sort of separate issues from what we're dealing with on the question of adjudication.
Yes.
So those would only be applicable if I decide that adjudication is appropriate. So I'm open to the arguments of the other attorneys on this point, but for that report, as well as the reports completed by Ms. Renee Moore, I would need to disregard those for purposes of adjudication. So I'm not sure if we need to enter that today unless, and we have time after the adjudication.
So that's, I guess, part of my question is I don't know if that's appropriate even at this time, and then if so, I don't have the person.
Thoughts, Mr. McFarland?
I would agree with the court. It's not appropriate for the adjudication trial. If the court does take jurisdiction. Review it for the
Okay, before we hear Mr. Brooks, because we love listening to Mr. Brooks, we're going to end this for today. I was talking too much, so we ran out of time. We're not ending the stream. We're going to end this, and we're going to go to Fleischer now because it's his turn. And we'll pick it up right here tomorrow with Francesca. There he is. And no, I'm not going to say it. Here we go. Hi, Jen.
What do you need, counsel?
Judge, I have an occupational license scheduled for Thursday. I just wanted to make sure the client needed to be here or whether.
I don't think so. You know, I just don't think so. Yeah, if you got all your documents in the row. Ramona, do we need the defendant here for an occupation?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, sorry, I'm wrong. Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
Oops. Hey, Zoe, you want some candy? Oh, you got some? If you run out, let me know. I've got a lot more for you. Okay, Max, who do you have here?
Raquel Rodriguez.
Rodriguez. Vic, you ready? Okay, this is page 20.
Rodriguez on page 25.
All right, Ms. Rodriguez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you.
Oh my God, I was muted. Hey, thank you. Bye. That's the judge's family. That's the judge's family, minus the oldest daughter. But that's the judge and his family. Is that not cool? Oh man, look. It is adorable. Yeah, he gave me permission to show this. Just only here. Only here. It's just, yeah. I just, no, I didn't start crying when I saw he was dressed up just like Dad. I didn't start crying. You did. Look, they're twins. So this didn't have any sound. So you didn't miss any sound. I removed the sound because there was music in the background and I didn't want to get demonetized or whatever, which I probably will because that's violence right there. But that's okay. It's just me trying to get a beer from Kelly. So that is this video. Was I muted when I said the video? This video is me trying to get the beer from Kelly, Fozzie's beer. See? That's me. That's Fozzie's beer. That's Kelly holding on to the beer. I'm yelling at her, give me that beer. Give me that beer. And Kelly's like, beer was created in 1945. And then that's when I take the beer, but the beer gets spilled. So it stings. All right, Judge, you're up.
You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
The officer initiated a traffic stop after observing the defendant's vehicle traveling 94 miles per hour in a 65-mile-per-hour zone. The officer observed an odor of an alcoholic beverage, and the defendant admitted to the officer that she had 2 drinks. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted, HGN 4 out of 6, walk and turns 5 out of 8, one leg stand 2 out of 4. The DIC was read and breath was refused. A blood search warrant was signed and executed.
Felt like that went really fast. So the stop was for speeding.
For speeding, yes.
Then,
and then after that, they had an odor of an alcoholic beverage, and she made an admission that she drank 2 beverages.
just an odor and admission of
I
2
couldn't hear
beers.
you.
Any other indication of intoxication? I mean, slurred speech, bloodshot eyes.
While the SFSTs were, this is for the Jams, while the SFSTs were being conducted, she was not understanding, like the officer had to explain, I think at least 4 times, the instructions for the walk and turn, the 1-leg stand. He also noticed that I think she took off her boots for the 1-leg stand. She was stumbling when she was taking them off. So there were other signs that the officer.
That's what I want. I mean, I just an odor, not even a strong odor at that, you know? And then you just have an admission of 2 beers. You don't know what time. Was it over a 12-hour span? You know, there's no accident here. There's no, is she a Spanish speaker?
I believe so, Your Honor.
I don't see any indication of that.
And if I may, I've been doing DWIs for 10 years and I don't understand the instructions most of the time.
As far as I can tell, the officer also just demonstrated it to her, I mean, which is perfect.
I always answer.
But I get the SFSTs, but I mean, to even get to the SFSTs, right? You have to show something that there's some indicia of intoxication.
know you can.
Here, all we have is an odor
and that's
and
why we
admission of
love
2
you.
beers. That's not enough. An odor of alcohol in and of itself is insufficient.
It's a good question. Hi, John. Hi, Brick in the Wall.
Yeah.
It seems that this stop occurred at 2 in the morning, and she made a statement that she stopped drinking at 12 a.m. So we have a 2-hour period between when she's finished drinking and then
Alcohol dissipates every 1 hour. An alcoholic drink dissipates from your system.
she still had the odor in addition to that statement.
All right, I'm going to find no probable cause.
Yes, Judge.
Ma'am, be careful, you know, really. Every single day, someone dies from a DWI in our county. It's so easy to take a $20 Uber, literally push one button. You have a car waiting for you wherever you want to go in this county. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Right, please take a seat.
Yeah, but Kelly, did you know that Micah lives like right down the street from the Clydesdales?
Your Honor.
Hey, good morning, counsel.
How are you?
What's new? What's new?
Just, I
You
got,
have an arraignment?
we've got an arraignment, yes, sir.
If you call your client up.
Yes, sir. Noah Montgomery.
Page 19.
Okay.
Don't wake up. Go back to bed. Sleep. Sleep is good.
I will try to trace
You were Noah Montgomery. Mr. Montgomery, you're charged with criminal mischief. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On October 27, 2024, the officer dispatched to a residence in reference to a criminal mischief in Harris County, Texas. After the initial investigation, the officer had found the defendant had left the residence, walked several streets over, and vandalized the complainant's motor vehicle. The defendant damaged the driver's side mirror by using hands to pull on and break the mirror in several places. The defendant used a knife to strike the windshield in a stabbing motion, causing damage. The damage was approximately $1,000. The complainant's daughter showed the officer a text where the defendant admitted he damaged the motor vehicle and planned on damaging the motor vehicle again in the future. The defendant was found at his residence and a bent kitchen knife was located next to him on the ground.
Okay. Mr. Montgomery, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. So what was the relationship, Alex?
Relationship, they are neighbors, Your Honor.
Just neighbors?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do we have any kind of allegation of alcohol or any kind of dope usage?
No, Your Honor.
Never? Okay.
No allegation.
Mr. Montgomery, like I said, I'm going to find probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to go within 200 feet of where this person lives or where this person works, not to be in possession of weapons and not to have any contact with them. Do you understand? If I find that you violate this condition, I will put you in jail in a moment's notice. I will do everything in my power to protect every person of Harris County. Do you understand? How old are you, sir?
It's a further answer. Judge, I'm inquiring about the location of his residence, just to make sure it's not within the 200 feet. Is it more than that?
Less.
It's less than 200 feet?
She live a street over.
If it's a street over, you're probably gonna be okay, I would think.
How old are you?
17, Judge.
What do you do in life?
In school?
Where do you go to school?
Yeah, like.
High school? I'm going to send you for a drug test right now. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. If you have any kind of dope in your system, it stops today. Do you understand? If I find that you're smoking any kind of marijuana, using any kind of illegal drugs, I will put you in jail. Do you understand? It is now also a bond condition that you stay in school and that you also graduate. If I find that you're ducking out of school and you're not going, you'll be doing homeschooling with me in custody. You're going to graduate, you're going to get your high school diploma one way or the other. And if it's that you got to stay with me to get it done, I'll do it in a heartbeat. Do you understand? Okay. So counsel, I'm going to send him for a drug test. I want to know what, if anything, is in his system, and then we'll have him come back. And then, do you have anywhere else to go?
Not clear this morning, Judge.
So let's do this. Leave me your cell phone. I will text you. You can always zoom in, that we can just go. And then I just want to know what's in the system. Zoom, I'll text you, zoom back on, and we can finish it up.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Stephen, do you need a pen?
I love fried fish. Yes, sir.
Take a seat for me in the jury box, sir. So I am, and so don't worry about filing conditions. I'm going to have it monitored so that he's not using.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you so much. This is your cell phone?
That is.
I'll text you when he's back.
Thank you, Judge.
Sure.
All right, next is page 13, Herrera, come on up. Yes.
Thirteen? 13?
Yes.
Is it Catarina Herrera? Ms. Herrera, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail
Yes,
and or a $2,000
sir.
fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Yes, Judge. On October 28th, 2024, the officer was dispatched in reference to a possible intoxicated driver in Harris County, Texas. The officer observed the defendant's vehicle failed to maintain a single lane, veer from one marked lane to another, nearly striking another vehicle, and the defendant's vehicle to be unnecessarily braking and then accelerating. The officer also observed the defendant's vehicle failed to signal a lane change in the left turn and failed to stop at the designated stopping line. The traffic stop was initiated and the officer made contact with the defendant, the driver, and sole occupant of the vehicle. The officer observed a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, and the defendant stated she was returning home from the bar and admitted to consuming 2 mixed beverages of whiskey and Red Bull. The defendant urinated on her person and standard field sobriety tests were administered. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 5 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The defendant was read the DIC and consented to breath. The results were 0.124 and 0.118.
Ms. Herrera, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license? You speak English, right?
Yes, I do.
You're not allowed to drive. I'm going to have you sign a document with me today promising me that you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care how many kids you have. I don't care where you got to go, what you need to do.
Okay.
If you don't have a license and liability insurance, do not drive. Do you understand?
I understand.
I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I will randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or any kind of illegal drugs, likewise, you will go to jail. You will not get any more PR bonds, man.
Thank you, Maiko. That is so cool. They are so pretty.
How old are you, ma'am?
31.
What do you do for a living? You're a bartender.
I don't think American Courts is a bully. I think he gets bullied. I've seen it. I saw it tonight happen right in front of my eyes on his own show. Hold on, looking. You didn't see this. It's brand new. It's happening right now. It's live. Is this live? Are we doing this right now? Is this really live? Can you fast forward this part? Yeah, she is. Guys, Bill's chat is so funny because they go the extra mile to bully Bill. It's not funny. It's heartbreaking. You should watch it. Is this live? Is this live? Yes. Judge Fleischer is doing this at 4:30 in the morning. It's live. Wow, that's the same jacket he wore yesterday. That's the same jacket he wore in Bill's stream. Yes. Everybody loves playing Judge Fleischer because he's awesome. Victoria is hands down the worst bully in there. You know what she did to me today? Did you guys see what she did to me today in chat, Judge Fleischer's chat? Did you guys see what she did to me today? I knew it. I knew it right away. I said right away, within like a second, she said to me again. She said, "Hey, Kathy, I put a picture in Discord for you." And there's me looking at Discord. I don't see any picture. That's because she got me again. And then poor Allie, she says to me in Bill's stream, she says, "Hey, Kathy, I sent you a DM in Discord." I'm like, "No, you didn't. This doesn't sound like this sounds like you're trying to get me." So you know what I did to Victoria? You know what I did? I asked Judge to give her a pay cut. He said no, because she would just keep begging for a pay raise again, and he doesn't want to go through that. He did say that. He did. He said, "I mean, this is like a child he has but doesn't like." It is his birthday. I made him a special video today because he makes special videos for all of us. So I made a special video for him, but I didn't really make it. I just sort of recorded it. But I went and searched for it. Yep, yep, yep. Because it's his birthday. And I'm not believing anything. Hey, Judge, over here. Look here. If you ever see this clip, you give Victoria a pay cut. You cut her pay in half. Cut her pay in half. She makes me go look for pictures that aren't even there. If only I could see the judge in person. That's the first thing I would say to him. Linus, can you do me a solid? Do me a solid, Linus. When you get there, say, Judge, give Victoria a pay cut. 50%.
That's why I don't want to talk about the case. I only want to know, or if you're able to hire a lawyer, man. Okay, we'll give you time to hire a lawyer. So I'm gonna have you go to, up here to sign our document that you're not gonna drive at all. We're gonna have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. You'll get with Felicia for your bond conditions. After that, you'll be free to go. There's a lot of timing requirements, so don't wait a month or two to get your attorney. It's only gonna end up hurting you. All right, ma'am?
All right, Judge, the next one is page 25, Shaw, come on up.
Already on S? Or they're not,
Two Spanish ones. I'm waiting on-
okay. Do we have a lot of THAs? Lori, you got my text? Mireles?
Yes. I don't have any way to get a contact.
I figured so. Okay. Shaw, that's right.
Yes.
You were Keon Shaw.
Yes.
So Shaw, you're charged with fleeing a police officer. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On October 27, 2024, officer was conducting a routine patrol on Eldridge Parkway when he noticed the defendant's motor vehicle traveling at an unsafe speed, exceeding the posted 35-mile-per-hour zone. The vehicle then began driving in a suspicious manner by making a sudden left turn on the street and immediately parking on the left side of the road. When the vehicle noticed the officer's fully marked patrol vehicle passing, it immediately conducted a U-turn and got back on the main road. When officer continued to follow the defendant's vehicle, the vehicle again conducted a left turn and pulled into an alleyway. When the officer initiated his emergency equipment in an attempt to conduct a traffic stop, the defendant's motor vehicle passed multiple safe stopping points before finally coming to a stop after traveling 0.5 miles through a dark and empty parking lot.
What was he doing wrong?
With the officer, he was originally traveling at an unsafe speed, exceeding the speed limit, 35 miles. He was exceeding that speed limit.
By how much?
Let me see the gyms if he specified. Your Honor, he did not specify. It was just an unsafe speed exceeding the limit. And then
nothing's unsafe to me.
And then he began driving, according to the officer, in a suspicious manner, making sudden turns and then stopping on the side of the road and then getting back on the road once the officer passed. So
anything illegal with that? You know,
I believe it would just be the speed limit would be the point at which the officer.
To conclude your statement. We need to have like a workshop on how to write ORs, man, for real. You know, everything in this office report is conclusory, suspicious, aloysius. You know, is he driving while black?
Suspicious, aloysius.
Judge, would you allow us just a few minutes to call the officer just to see? We don't have an OR. We're just going off of the.
Sure,
gyms.
let's do this. I'm gonna have them, because I want to make sure if we find probable cause that it's really there. All right, so just hang tight for me. We're gonna have to do a little deeper dive. If you just mind taking a seat for me momentarily, okay? Okay.
Okay, there was a really good
So-
case today. But I don't want to skip this guy if he comes back. So I'm just looking for him real quick. All right, we're almost there. We're close enough.
And she said she would provide them by today. I told her today would be today. And I also reached out to the officer who said that he should be able to get us that information by tomorrow when he returns to work. He's currently at the hospital, but tomorrow he'll send us the information.
I'm at a loss that it's 200 days and we just don't have everything that we're supposed to have.
We were told last time that the information was going to be provided that day at the last court hearing. We still haven't received it.
Okay, so we'll give it a final day tomorrow. If you don't have everything, absolutely everything, that's it, you know?
Yes, Judge.
It's unacceptable. It's 200 days. They're still waiting on stuff. No way. So let's roll it to tomorrow.
Ooh, Lori
I'll
looks
waive his appearance.
See my,
Or can you? You remember, you can always zoom in too.
Okay.
We have Zoom, you know, to make it easier.
That works, Your Honor.
You okay with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Tomorrow's the final deadline.
Yes, Judge.
That's it. If it's not here, all of it, then,
Yes, Judge.
okay. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, for sure. Thanks.
Judge, so that's a waived appearance?
Yeah, for tomorrow. Yeah. All right.
I think this is a really good case.
Chad Compton, come up.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure though. Yes, I cut my breakfast with my chainsaw.
What have you been doing with yourself, Mr. Compton? You come in here, you're smacking gum, in shorts, disheveled. Where do you live? Who with?
My ex, ATs.
How old are you? Did you graduate from high school?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You don't look good. You just don't. You obviously not working, not making any money. You know, perception is reality, Mr. Compton. And if you're going to continue like this, you're going to have this same look when you're 52. But you're going to have a lot more missing body parts, hair, teeth. You're supposed to work your ass now at the tender age of 20s. So you set your future up.
Yeah, Bill, why? Why are you
Something else is going on and we don't know what it is. I'm sending you for a drug test right now. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system, first and foremost. If you fail to take a test, I'm going to make your bond so high. We're going to figure out what's going on with you, because as it stands now, it just doesn't look good and you're going nowhere in life. And I'm going to do everything in my power to try to turn that around. Do you understand, Mr. Compton? The way that you've been conducting yourself, the way you look, it's not a good look. And you will become yet another statistic of the system. The system failed me. I will refuse to let the system fail you, and I will do everything in my power to prevent it from doing so. Do you understand? First and foremost, I'm sending you for a drug test. You must come right back. Take a seat.
See, wasn't that a good one?
Can you bring Mr. Ariel out, please?
Oh, here we go, guys. Here we go. Look who's back. Back again. Shade is back.
That's sad. It's sad. It really is that, when you have DAs try to make an effort to even reach out to another county and you can't even get to a prosecutor. It's sad. It's,
Lena, stop making mommy and daddy fight.
okay. Thanks, Mr. Ariel. The days of us or of someone picking up a case, pleading to time served, picking up a case, pleading to time served, picking up a case, pleading to time served, no more.
You're making shorts?
You
Good
now
job.
are on notice. Anytime you come back, what we are going to do. You know that, right?
Andrew commented. Thank you, Monica. I appreciate it. I do. At this moment,
What do you understand? Tell me what you understand. Shh. I want to know what you understand.
A time.
I want you to realize something, Mr. Ariola. I want what's best for you. And if you're living on the street, I want it to stop. If you're out there and you're stealing to get food, I want it to stop.
thank
If
you
you're
for
out there
commenting
begging
and
for money
watching and liking and
because you
subbing.
don't have any, I want it to stop. And the reason I put you in the facilities is to determine why it continues to happen. Because it continues to happen over and over and over. And it hasn't stopped since the last 2 to 3 years. And that's why we're doing what we're doing. Believe it or not, I care about you and I want what's best for you. I really do, I swear. I don't want to keep you in just for shits and giggles. I don't. I want you to be able to work, make money, and then have a great relationship with your wife, kids, whoever's in your family. But when you keep coming back with criminal cases, that tells me something's wrong. And we have you going to the dual diagnosis facility to see, okay, what can I do in my life to change things? Now, I can't send you back because you've got 3 cases in another county. I tried to get our DAs here to reach out to the county, but they couldn't even speak to the other DAs over there. So we're stuck and I can't send you back because they won't take you. So I don't want to just keep you in jail for the sake of keeping you in jail. So we're going to be done today. But if you come back with criminal cases, there's no more catch and release. Do you understand? Do you realize that I want what's best for you? I like you, Mr. Ariel. I do. I just want what's best for you. That's it. I want you to be a loving father to kids if you have any. I want you to work and give them money because that's what fathers do. They give children love, support, a place to live, a place to be able to go get education. That's what fathers do. They're supposed to protect their own. And while you're in jail, while you're out on the street, it's not happening. That's what I want. I'm not asking for much. Any questions? It's okay. You can tell me whatever you want, really. We're friends. You can tell me whatever you want. Don't shy. I really want what's best for you.
Like for you to know maybe from your point of view, these ideas come however they came to you just now. My way of living, to not pretend to what you just said. If I may, I'd just like to. Yes, I agree. I do have a family. I'd like to get back to my way of living. That I do agree.
Letting you out today. The only thing I would like, when you're out there, think before you act. Before you do something, you need to think, if I do this, am I gonna go back to jail? If I say this, am I gonna hurt someone? That's all I'm asking you to do. Think before you act. And before you say something. If I say this, is it gonna hurt someone? If I take this, am I gonna get in trouble? If I go talk to this person, are they gonna call the cops on me? That's all I'm asking you to do. We're letting you out today. Just think before you act. That's all I'm asking. You don't have any holds from Como County, but at some point they're gonna come. So you gotta be ready for it. You know, do we have a social worker perhaps that can talk to him or somehow keep him apprised of when the warrants issue?
I can give him my number with my card and I can check on it for you when you call me, Mr. Ariel, that I'll give you my number with my cell phone and you can call and check in with me periodically and I'll let you know if I see any.
If you do that, if you call Lori,
that'll be great.
Okay.
If you call her, she can tell you when the warrants hopefully will issue.
Oh, she rocks. She rocks. She rocks. That's awesome. Wow. How did she do in her parallel parking? Did she do okay? Were you watching? Did you take her or did mom take her? Oh man, she's got her driver's license. She can just take the car whenever she wants to. It's pretty scary when they first start taking the car, and then it's really good because you can just say, "Hey, run to the store for me," or "Come pick me up," or drive your own self to your friend's house. I don't feel like it. It's nice. It's scary. It's very, very, very scary, but it's nice and scary.
Because it's something you're gonna have to deal with. Okay, Mr. Ariel.
Or we do need to do plea paperwork or how are you gonna do it?
No, I guess we'll just unset term, right? That way he doesn't have to do anything. Just good luck.
Or you were
Don't come back.
napping. It's okay. You can nap.
Hi, Nathan.
I have a waiver for a Mr. Hall.
And
Well, I guess I also have one for Smith. There's a debate on whether I need one for Mr. Smith.
Did you ask him to bring him up?
I think it just went.
Okay.
Mr. Smith has a waiver already that might or might not be legible, so we did
Yeah.
a second one.
I pretty much told defense counsel that, so you guys have the original, I went and refaxed the original
Yeah, that
to
will
them
be a
and see if they'll
shock.
take it. I haven't heard back if they are, so just to make sure we're
Does it
not.
look bad?
The one that's already been sent, you can't really read it. The one that I just sent to them,
Not read his signature?
it's very tiny.
Can you not read the signature?
It's tiny, the text is tiny and it gets lost when it's faxed. and- Yeah.
It's a probation pre-signed waiver. Don't they already have a copy of it? Why are we sending it to them?
It's a 14-day recall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Enlarge it. You can enlarge it.
Well,
You know?
personally, we shouldn't be sending faxes. It's 2024, scan and email.
Oh, but we can do that too.
Yeah, that's all.
The Mac scanner can send it, or the copy machine.
Regardless, we signed a new one just in case.
Okay. Send them home. I don't believe that for a second. Yeah, a new one. Last name was Rob. What was your last name? Okay, Miss Walter, you're charged with assault of a family member. Shh. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Yes, Judge. Okay. The complainant and the defendant are in a dating relationship. On May 26, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a family disturbance. The officer was dispatched and the complainant and the defendant went to the pool located within the apartment complex where they were drinking alcohol. The defendant accused the complainant of being flirtatious with other females at the pool and then struck him in the face with a closed fist, causing pain. The officer saw the complainant to have redness around his left eye, and the lens of the left side of his glasses was missing.
Ms. Walter, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or kind of illegal drugs, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do we know if he would like to have contact with her or not?
Judge, a RIP was completed back in June, and the complainant did say he's okay with contact.
No, she punched him right in his head for flirting with another girl. She did. That woman right there. That's crazy.
May I say something?
Give me 1 second. I'll let you say your piece. But so as it stands now, there's a protective order that has been issued. I suggest you get to know it because if you do something to violate the protective order, the state can and will file additional charges against you. I am ordering you not to have any threatening or harassing contact with this person. Remember, what is threatening or harassing doesn't matter what you think. It's what the other person perceives. So if I go like this, is that threatening or harassing? It most certainly is, and it can get your bond revoked and put you back in jail. And I'm going to tell you now, no more PR bonds. If you pick up a new case, violate conditions, consume alcohol. Do you understand?
Judge, can you just turn to your right? Because Victoria just walked up, and I don't think she understands that point you just made. I don't think she understands that threatening her and harassing is how other people perceive it. You could just tell her that real quick for Michael's sake, please.
Yes.
These are your bond conditions. I will talk to you, but I don't want to talk about the case because you have the right to remain silent. Exercise that right. I've got a bunch of DAs here. Whatever you say about the case, they're going to sit there, type it, and try to use it against you to prove guilt. So you will get the opportunity to say your piece, but you need a lawyer to do it, and now's not the time.
And I asked for a court-appointed attorney because I just had a baby 8 weeks ago.
How old are you, man?
I'm 41.
Okay. Do you work?
No, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I just had a baby.
How many children do you have?
3.
You get support for the 3 children?
My oldest is 19. And then my middle child lives with another relative. So this is my only child at the moment. He's my, Jonathan, Mr. Golden is my sole provider.
So you're married?
Yes.
And how much money does your husband make?
15 an hour, 40 hours a week.
Is that the sole income? Okay, I'll have you fill.
The VA benefit.
Did you hear that? we see the guys come up all the time. The judge asked them how much they make, and they're all like, I don't know, I have no idea. But just asked her what he makes, and she was on it. He's like 15 an hour, 40 hours a week. I bet she could tell you his exact paycheck down to the penny without blinking. But the guys with their own paycheck are like, I don't know, the money just comes in, I spend it, and that's what it is.
So you have to qualify for a court-appointed lawyer. We just don't give them like candy on Halloween. You have to truly qualify, and that means poverty guidelines, the federal poverty guidelines standard. So what we'll do is we'll have you fill out an application. I need to know everything about you, how much money you make, how much money you have in the bank, what kind of cars you have, and then I'll take a look to see if you qualify. For now, I will have you sign, Stephen will give you an application. I'll have you sign a receipt with Victoria. After that, we'll have you meet with Lisa for your bond conditions. Do not leave until you sign all the documents, and then we'll take a look.
Abso-freaking-lutely. This is where we would send all donations for her makeover. Yep, that checks out. But this is where you would send donations for her makeover. Why don't you just give her her own credit card? Then she doesn't have to go into your wallet. All right, what's next? What's next? We got time for a little bit more Fleischer. Let's see if that guy comes back. Is that him? That might be him.
Okay, come on up, Mr. Shaw. All right, so we're gonna do Shaw now since he's, yeah. All right. Okay, so Mr. Shaw, we're back on you. So just because we do so much, I tend to forget everything, you know. You're charged with fleeing a police officer.
Can we just, he just dresses on point. Like I don't see men dressed like that at all anymore. I get some lawyers come in and, you know, they'll have a suit jacket on, their tie's already off by the time they come into the bar. But look at him. Look at every point of him is perfect. Like he tried.
So you're facing up to 6 months in jail and a $2,000 fine. We left off because we were doing probable cause, and I had an issue because it seemed like the cause was kind of conclusory at the time. And do you have anything new?
No, Judge, and I agree with the court.
So, okay, I'm gonna find no probable cause.
Dismissing the case.
I know probable cause. Be careful when you're out there. It's hard enough as it is. Don't give anyone else the power to even bring more, you know, trouble on your life. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Good luck. Okay? No. I'm gonna find no probable cause. You're gonna dismiss it, Michael?
Yes, Judge, already done.
If you want to hang on a second, we'll give you a copy of the dismissal. Okay?
And also, if I could get the dismissal from Mr. Arreola.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Back to this amazing case.
You are not allowed to just smoke weed and do nothing. Do you understand, Mr. Compton? You are still testing positive, and the next time you test positive, you will stay with me. Tell me, what have you done since the first time we've met 40 days ago that you've bettered yourself? What? Prove it.
Yeah, Judge, he showed me his Indeed app. He's got, he's probably talked to what, 10 plus employers. How many interviews have you had? I got to think of check.
When is the last time you put in an application? Into who?
Can you look at his phone, Judge, at the bench?
Sure.
Okay.
So let's do this. Well, I'd like you to just take a seat. How many applications has he put in? How many dates has he done it with? And I'd like a full breakdown of what he's done in the last 40 days, you know? Just, other than just smoke weed, what has he done? Willie,
Hi, Judge.
hey, buddy.
A quick off docket request for you.
Okay, what's your cause number?
253-6312. Mr. Santana. Judge, I was just retained on this.
I'll be out for a little bit, Judge.
Okay, no problem.
Okay,
Thank you.
Okay, talked to Mr. Compton, looked at his Indeed app. So actually 10-3, before he came to court, he'd applied to Wendy's and they're in the process of rescheduling that interview. 10-12, he applied to Truth Barbecue and Whataburger. 10-19 applied to Food Market, Panera, Leaf and Grain. 10-25 applications to Domino's, Nine Star Brothers.
Do you not try to like Amazon or Starbucks?
Well, he has experience in the food service industry, so he's trying
So
to do
what?
anything with.
Why don't you try with? You have to set lofty goals, right? You set your vision high. Go for the gusto. Go for the gold. Don't settle for down here. There are companies that are starting out $15, $19, $20 an hour. That's what you want, because that's where you're going to make money. It's fast food. While it is, yes, it is a job, it's not the best thing out there. Set loftier goals for yourself. Start at Starbucks. Go to Amazon. They kill with, if you can get a job there, you're making 15, 17 bucks an hour and you get great health insurance. That's where you need to start. It's great that you're doing here. Go for loftier goals. When you leave here today, go to Starbucks, go to Amazon.
Amazon does sound exhausting, but he looks like he can handle it. I would have so much fun at Starbucks. I would have a blast. Judge, hire him. I hear you need a new coordinator. And he'd be nice to me. Oh, hi, Victoria. We're just talking about staffing at Court 5.
You know what? Let me put this.
No, she didn't just show up. She was here for a while listening.
Target, $19.75 an hour. Nearly 20 bucks an hour. Target.
Listen, if you don't know Victoria yet, she's everywhere. She sees everything.
Here,
She
I'm
is
gonna see if I can print this out.
all-knowing.
See if I can do that. I don't know if I can.
The effort is there, Judge.
While the effort's good, it could be better. You need to go to better places.
Dude, you guys, You guys are right near enough to Louisiana that you probably have real voodoo dolls, don't you? You can get a real voodoo doll. Oh, I need a real voodoo doll. I have a person. Yeah. Secrets. Is there a secret?
I'm gonna try to print stuff out. On your phone, you need to Google
Sassy voodoo
highest
doll. Ow, that's why my
paying
back hurts.
hourly
Victoria,
jobs.
can you just take some of the stuffing out of the front of my voodoo doll? You can leave the pin in the back. That's fine. I'm used to it.
And that's where you start your search. And when you go to an interview, how do you look when you go to an interview? Do you look like this? What do you do? Okay. Perception is reality. If you look like a thug, they're going to treat you like a thug. You're coming to court, and look how you dress when you come to court. You're supposed to be better than that. If you come to me like this here and we're a judge and this is jails right there, that tells me
That was
that you
the
have absolutely
request.
no
Yes,
respect.
sir.
Are you dressing the same way with trying to get a job? If you are, it's not going to happen. You take a shower, you comb your hair, you shave, you put on nice clothes, you try to talk well, because that's who's interviewing you. Smell good, because if you go in there and you smell like a small farm animal, it's not going to go well. This is what you need to do to get a job. And this is what you do to get a good job, because that's how.
I just want to know, is there anybody in chat who has not reported me tonight? Who did I miss? Who's not mad at me? Except for Nan. You don't count. I'm not going to do anything for you. I'm not going to do anything to make Nan mad, ever.
You get a job where you can move up in the world. When you apply at like a Burger King and McDonald's, there's no advancement. That's what you want. You understand? Perception is reality. So when you go there, you need to look like you're gold, and then they're going to hire you. This, you'll get nowhere in life. I'm bringing you back in another 2 weeks. I want to see what you've done. Start with lofty goals. Starbucks, Target, Amazon. Do you understand? Make me proud. Come on, Mr. Compton. You can do it. All right.
Hey, Judge.
Same. People came to me in an interview with shorts on. Yeah, no way. No way.
More. Hey. Can you give that to
Victoria,
me?
did you
It's.
see
I only
that?
printed part of it. I think not.
There's mini Victoria. Isn't she so pretty? Michael and Victoria did good jobs. They did.
Whole thing, but he knows. You know what to Google now. You Google highest hourly jobs, and then you're going to get a huge list. That's what you want to hit. All right. Okay.
Because it's a rapid test, it doesn't test for alcohol.
That's the only thing I really wondered.
Okay. We did it. Judge Fleischer's in a couple hours. We got to get ready. Got to do our hair and our makeup. Get ready for Judge Fleischer. Oh, I wonder what he'll wear today. We're going to do the next part of that trial tomorrow. And tomorrow is Wednesday. Thursday, we'll do another part. We'll see what happens about Friday. We'll see what we're going to do on Friday and Saturday. But listen, thank you so much for coming out tonight, guys. Today, this morning, yesterday. I appreciate it. Don't don't really go report me. Don't report. I don't think anybody reported me to begin with, except for maybe my family. If my like mom and sisters knew what I was doing, they would frickin' report me in a heartbeat. Oh, Lana, I'm sorry. Tokyo, have a great birthday. All right? Rest, relax, do something fun, or don't do something fun. It's your birthday. You can be grumpy and mean all day, or you can be happy all day. No, don't report me. Don't report me. Report me to Fozzie. He'll take care of it. He'll make me work more, which I know, Fozzie, I have to put out some videos. I know. It's always in the back of my head. Fozzie's going to make me do a video. Fozzie's going to make me do a video. Bill wants me to do shorts. Bill wants me to do... Now, for me, it is 6:43 a.m. I don't know if the polls open at 7 or 8, but there is no time like the present. Do not go start a project. Do not go make breakfast. Do not do anything but get ready to go vote right now. Get it in, get it done. Don't wait till the last minute because who knows how long the lines are going to be. Just go right now. It's so important to go vote, please. And then don't talk about it here. I know it's going to be so hard not to talk about the very biggest thing that's happening right now. I realize that. So every time you feel like you have to talk about it, talk about food because food will always distract everybody in this chat. Easy, easy, easy. Like pigs in a blanket. That's a whole hour conversation right there. Half the people never had them. Half the people use Vienna sausages. But that's the distraction talk right there, pigs in a blanket. All right. Thanks, guys. I shall see you soon. Behave.
Got these lights that goes digital dreams. Through the screen, her blue eyes gleam. Wicked humor, sharp as a knife. Her stream sparks electric light. Late night when the world sleeps, she's the friend that always keeps. Giggles roll like thunder loud. She stands out in any crowd. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted, sharp. In a way, there's no alarm. Freedom tales waiting to the night. Her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, with a giggle, she lights the way. Her eyes mirror sky so blue. In her jokes, there's a truth so true. With each stream, she brings the light. Turns dark days into bright. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted, sharp. In a way, there's no alarm. Streaming tales waiting to the night. Her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, with a giggle, she lights the way. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted, sharp. In a way, there's no alarm.